Hey everyone, Les here from BG Trading, and I hope you are well. Today is April 11. Hope you had a nice Easter. We're just back. Stock market is going to be open today. So, full hands on the tools. Let's analyze some of the stocks that you have chosen for us. Members of our free Facebook community, Buy, Grow, and Sell Strategy for Share Traders. Every once in a while, we post opportunity for members to add some of the stocks they believe could have a good upside, but mostly important, stocks that are trading on what we call, according to BGS 20 strategy, stocks that are trading at technically discounted prices. That's what we want to be buying, stocks at technically discounted price, stocks that are far away from formal areas, which is, by the way, one of the most common mistakes of traders, okay? So here is some of the stocks we're going to be analyzing today. So BUBS Australia, Lake Resources, Core Lithium, Paladin. Let's have a look. I just want to remind you, this isn't a financial advice. It's just us from BG Trading sharing with you how we apply our strategies to know when to buy and when to sell stocks, how we set up targets, stop losses, how we analyze macroeconomics, and much more. All inputs that we need to make better decisions on our trades. So if you like the video, please subscribe the channel and share it with someone that you believe would be interested. Okay, so let's jump in the first stock, BUBS Australia. ASX codes is BUB. Remembering, this is a very high level technical analysis using our indicators. Okay, so but some of them are going to mention what's happening with the fundamentals, and this is a classic example. We traded this stock and we have to break even in our last trade, unfortunately, just because the company's fundamental, the first half result of FY23 was actually worse than we expected. And unfortunately, that is a key trigger for us to exit the trade. And then therefore, once the result was announced here in end of January, we had to pull it off. We pulled the trigger, we saw that, and let it go. And then we had this bearish intersection after that with no much price action and no much of volume. So at the end of the day, although BUBS Australia is trading at technically discounted price, I don't see much of share price movement until we see some high volumes coming up into the stock, which is not the case. So I wouldn't be touching at all on BUBS Australia, not a stock that I'm interested. Okay, so let's move to the second one, which is CXO, Core Lithium. This is one of our favorite stock. We traded a lot of times last year. We made a lot of money with this stock, and obviously now last time we had to sell this stock as all the lithium stocks have been falling. So protecting capital, extremely important. Now, what's happened here? It's very interesting because this shows how strong this stock is now. And by the way, it has been recently upgraded to buy again. So it's funny, like this manipulation from analysts. First of all, the stock was to sell, and now is a buy again. So who knows? But most important, we want to focus into the chart formation here. Okay, so first key aspect that I can see here is that this pink sort of level here we call the hypothetical support. This hypothetical support line has held the price around 80 cents or above. Okay, so we have seen that tested. There was a freight breakout here, but then very quickly this stock has rebounded, and that's a very good sign because we have a massive green candle on the Heikin Arch with a very high volume. So this is a promising chart formation, and that's the type of chart formation I like actually going in for. Okay, so again, then we had a bullish intersection level 2, which essentially means the candle crossing the yellow line. Guys, by the way, if you want to know what the yellow line is, how to set up all those indicators, understand the KPIs, understand what um, how to detect formal areas and technically discounted prices. Just to take a look on our online course. It's available. We can only take about 6 hours. So very simple. And it's gonna make your life much easier for trading anyway. So if you like our strategy, okay. In this case, again, we have these accumulations. As you can see, there is some accumulation, and that's exactly what we wanted to see. And by the way, the stock now is still trading at technically discounted price under the SMA 40 and the SMA 250, which is the long-term average. So what we wanted to see is a continuation of these candles trading above the yellow line, which looks like it's going to happen. For me, correlation is a buy according to our strategy, especially at the current levels. I think it's a great opportunity to try to take advantage of a stock that has fallen quite a lot and potentially lithium prices rebound. It could rebound, there are a lot of manipulation on lithium spot price out there. It's looking at a lithium spot price is not longer reliable. What we really need to be looking at, what are the prices that companies are actually dealing at, actually selling lithium carbonate to battery manufacturers. That's what we need to be looking at, okay, in order to make those decisions from now on. Core lithium for me is a buy at the current levels. So let's take a look at Lake Resources. Here you go. So similar, kind of similar formation, but Lake Resources has actually broke out the hypothetical support. So now we're sort of sitting into a lower level here, which is normally a level that we would try an entry. Okay, it also has this very strong volume, so very strong volume on the upside. So it's suggesting that we are seeing some pullback, but you just gotta be mindful that if lithium stocks continue to go down, Lake Resources is still a speculative stock because it's not producing. And the fact that Lake Resources is not producing provides higher upside, but also a higher downside. You just gotta make sure a lot more risk on that, a lot more risk, but also a lot more reward. So if you want to be more conservative on the trades, I would stick with producers. Now, if you want to be a little bit more there and take more advantage of what potential bounce backs on lithium stocks, then probably Lake Resources is a good opportunity at the current levels right here. Obviously, a lot's going on behind the scenes from the fundamental perspective. The company has to deliver this definitive feasibility study and make the final decision as well to start producing later 2020. If there are some compelling indications for investors that the company is on track to start producing next year, then obviously I'm more than confident that we will see a massive rebound on a Lake Resource stock. At the moment, for us, is a buy, but it's buy with caution. You got to make sure you have this bullish intersection level 2 has the confirmation with a bullish intersection level 1 here, which is we want to add this yellow line crossing the red line as a further confirmation within the next few days. And you don't want to also break out towards to the downside here, okay? So just be careful with Lake Resources. Obviously, like any trade, make sure you got stop losses in there. But if you ever want to try, you got to try on on all those moments here, okay? Moments in which we have those intersections, okay? Now, the fourth stock that we got to analyze is uranium producer, Paladin Energy. Paladin Energy is Iranian producer. It's another, for us, uranium is always being speculative, okay? But this one, it looks interesting because You have seen here the stock trading what we call hypothetical support level as well, just as we saw before with core lithium, and it's bounced back from hypothetical support level and now going towards that hypothetical support level right here. I'm actually going to draw a line here so make it easier for you to understand. Okay, this is a hypothetical support line here. So yeah, what happened is if it tries again and bounce back, then definitely good opportunity to buy at the current levels. Okay, but you have to make sure you got a stop loss right under these sort of 50 cents levels here. If it breaks out, then it could go, well, who knows where, it could go down to 20 cents right quickly. Depending on uranium prices as well, and uranium demand. It's not my favorite gig going with uranium, but again, if I was going to buy stock, I would most likely try to buy around these current levels. Definitely trading at currently discounted price. If I was going to buy this stock, I would buy at the current levels, definitely. Okay, let's move to RNU, which stands for RENASCOR Resources. This is a stock that a lot of people have been trading quite often. The company has received some mining approvals. Like essentially, they can develop its mine to start producing graphite, which is one of the key elements for, key materials for EV batteries. So what's happening here is it has this stock has rallied quite well, so a lot of people made a lot of money, and then anyone that bought at FOMO area obviously has probably lost a lot of money. That's why we use the strategy to buy stock technically discounted price. But let's analyzing the stock here. It's kind of trading what we call technically fair price, still a speculative stock. So stocks that are trading at speculative stocks that are trading at technically fair price, you just gotta be careful. Ideally, you want to buy it under those two lines here, right here when it was trading around 20 cents, essentially 3 cents below this sort of level. So I would attempt buying this stock around 20 cents. If goes back to 20 cents, that would be my entry point on this. I actually trade once on this rally for 25 to 30%, but I haven't actually bought it again after. So just for me, I would really like to buy this stock under those two lines at technically discounted price and not at technically fair price. So technically fair price means that candles are trading at the lines, not under the lines, so right at the lines. Okay, so it's still a little bit expensive to what I would like to put my risk in there, my risk reward in a company like that. Okay, so not buying for me until it reaches 20 cents again. Now let's move to the next stock. WHITEHAVEN code, which the SX code is WHC. Okay, now I haven't actually got all my indicators here, but we're going to do together. First of all, let's identify the hypothetical support level, which is right here. That's one green tick for us. Hypothetical support, stocks trading really close to the hypothetical support level. Obviously, demand for coal has decreased towards the end of last year. Now, let's put indicators together. Obviously, if you want to learn a little bit more about our indicators, you can always take our course, online course. In this case, going to be putting a long trend moving average, SMA 250. The long-term simple moving average gives me the idea whether I'm paying too much for the stock, not just for the short term, but also for the long term. Because sometimes, even if you buy, look at this here in October 2022 to December. Okay, here this in November we actually buying the stock would be buying the stock under the red line here, but still quite above the long-term moving average. So it's still technically expensive for the long term. And then, like stocks are cyclical, they go up, they go down. So there was still a very expensive entry until now. The current levels, that's the levels that we want to be buying this type of stock. Okay, not right up. Okay, let's add as well the EMA, exponential moving average, 9 days. We're going to highlight that in yellow color. You go. All right. So analyzing, again, another in KPIs that we use is this. So the stock's currently trading at after the bearish intersection level 1, which obviously is an indicator that shows that we should be selling the stock. I haven't traded this stock at all, but here, when you're holding this, you should be selling this stock until you find a solid reversal. And that's what happened here. Look at this. Look at this massive volume here towards the upside. Okay. So it looks like a really interesting reversal. And then obviously this is also what we call bullish intersection level 2, which is the second indicator that points that we should be looking at buying the stock. Okay. And then candles trading above the yellow line, also second indicators. Trading at technically discounted price, either under the SMA 250 and the SMA 40. So definitely for me, WHITEHAVEN call is a buy at the current levels with stop loss sitting right under this sort of hypothetical support level. Okay, ideally what I want to see here is a bullish intersection level 1 as well, which is the yellow line crossing the red line and then making its way to the upside of this, to the upside of this pink line here. Okay, this stock I would be definitely looking at buying. But obviously only target 20%, not going to be target more because this is in downtrend. So maybe we see some accumulation towards to the sideways trend. I wouldn't be buying a lot, but definitely is a stock that I will be looking at entering at the current levels. So make a decision yourself. Again, I'm not aware of what's happening behind the scenes with the fundamentals, but yeah, looks interesting to me. Okay, and the last stock that we're going to analyze today will be BRN, BRAINCHIP. BRAINCHIP had just came up with the second version of its Akida chip, which gives the market a little bit of upside, a little bit of excitement, but then the stock fell a little bit more again. So it's essentially at the moment is in kind of a free fall, sort of speaking, very high. It's broke its hypothetical support right here at the 60 cents. Now, if I'm going to find another hypothetical support, wow, it's pretty tough. There's nothing really coming up here. It's essentially in free fall at the moment. You just gotta be careful. If you're gonna trade the stock, trade for level 2 formation. What does it mean, level 2 formation? You trade upon the yellow line. So essentially, if the green candles crosses the yellow line like this, we have a bullish intersection level 2. Then you buy the stock. That's what we do with BGS20 strategy. Buy the stock and then hold the stock until it crosses back, or lock in 20 to 30% profit. If that doesn't happen, then you just miss the trend. And you see these red candles here. We want to see another green candle pulling back here. Okay, so the good thing is volume is decreasing towards the downside. That gives us a little bit confidence that we might see some green candle on the upside, and that will be the ultimate confirmation that we might have a bullish intersection level 1 or the yellow line crossing the red line. Okay, for me it's a buying with stop loss. Okay, buying with stop loss, and the stop loss has to be around this sort of 40 cents mark here. If he loses, nothing can do. Trading stock that is the downtrend. Okay, definitely trading at technically discounted price, right under SMA 40 and SMA 250. We saw some bounce back. AI is a sector that might attract a lot of attention in the next few months as well. But those tech stocks, they are directly tied to what's going to happen with the Fed, with the monetary policy in the US. If Fed stops in rising interest rates, then we might have a rally by its own, not just because the fundamentals are weak or strong, but because people will jump back into tech stocks big time. That will be favorable. Obviously, we are close to the pivot of interest rates, but we don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Things are crazy at the moment. First of all, because Fed is trying to contain inflation, but in the same way, they start bailing out banks, which means they start printing money again. And once Fed start printing money again, they ultimately stimulate more inflation on the long term. So how are you going to fight inflation, generating more inflation along the way? So I don't know. That's why I like gold stocks at the moment. That's why we're holding a lot of gold stocks at the moment. So wait to see. BRN formation, it's not that great, to be honest. I would be waiting to buy. If you try, make sure you got a stop loss. Okay? Make sure you got a stop loss. Or even if you try, let's say if the stock tests this 40 cents level again and bounces, then we're likely to see a potential rally. And that's would be the ultimate point to buy, as I see almost a bearish intersection level 2 here. The red candle crossing the yellow line. Hopefully we don't see that, but if it happens, then we could see further downside. Tricky one, this one. Okay, which brings us to the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was a quick video just to give a little bit idea of what are the chart formation. Hope you enjoy. Let us know what you think. And see you in the next video. Have a fantastic week. Bye. The whole idea when we designed BG Trading BGS 20 strategy was to use only a set number of indicators to make it simple and clear to understand and to be able to apply our KPIs very easily and very effectively. So you don't have to be any Wall Street smart person to be able to apply those strategies. We really hope this course will help you to make better decisions and make successful trades. See you in the course.